just asked me to take off my hat here, so things must be getting official. Today's hearing is moving 271. Let's see if we can get this thing through committee. A lot of folks here for a different event. That's how you show up to the state legislature after writing legislation. Overstuffed backpack.
That's usually our process. And friends, I know some people will be frustrated by this, but we simply want to let everyone who wants to, so I just encourage everyone to stay calm and know that you will have your turn. And
I'd like to just go straight into access them on the House Bill 564.
fine. And I thought I had a list, and now I don't see it.
I'll provide you my list.
Give us your name and let us know who you represent, if anyone, and go ahead and give us your testimony.
I'm Stuart, and I represent the Homeless Coalition in Fort Collins. And then the tears start to fall and freeze to your cheek, like all of a sudden a tap at the window. You can't, the car can stay here, you have to move on to where, I ask. So you curl up under a bush, trying to hope for another hour of sleep, and all of a sudden a kick in your feet. Move on to where, I ask of you.
My name is Nicole Cisneros. I am here to represent all of the homeless in Boulder County. It's difficult for me to talk about all the things that I've been through in my 7 years of homelessness. I've managed to accumulate about 15 tickets for existing in Denver, anywhere from trespassing, camping, urinating in public, which is a very standard. That's Denver alone. I've lived in Boulder now for 3 years. I've been arrested for camping, countless fines. At one point, I spent 21 days in jail for camping and trespassing because I couldn't afford to pay their fines.
Yeah, my name is Paul Bowden, and I'm the director of the Western Regional Advocacy Project. Homeless people, mentally ill people, day laborers, this SRO residents, public housing residents that are hanging out in front of where they used to live, highlight to you that this isn't just about homeless people. Today, the broken windows theory and the broken windows policing that we have seen kill people across the country for selling a loose cigarette or for hanging out on the wrong street corner.
I'm a disabled vet, so this committee in general is important to me. My name is Eric Niederkruger, and I have lived in Grand Junction, Colorado since 1993, working as a homeless advocate for the past 9 years. This is a citizens-initiated, no-cost to the government program, many that we run. Just like the right to rest law, it all applies to everybody. When somebody is out on the street freezing to death, we don't check IDs to find out if they're homeless or not.
My name is Robert Bowen, and I'm representing myself. It's been 27 years since I've spoken to a committee in this building. And the last time I did, I was a member of the committee, a member of this esteemed body. This time I'm here as a citizen. The reason I wanted to come today is to say that 27 years ago, I was on top of the world, so I thought. 18 months later, I lost my seat in the legislature. The recession had wiped out my business. I was bankrupt. I went to California hoping to reestablish, and after a few months, the recession hit there, and I found myself homeless. The reason I'm saying that is because when you vote, I want you to think it could, but by the grace of God, be you 18 months from now. I don't care how successful you are, you can fall. This bill's not going to solve the problem of homelessness, but we will never solve the problem of homelessness until we first realize that homeless people are human beings, they're equal human beings, they have rights, they have fundamental rights. And until we do that, and until we put that into statute, we will never apply the resources, private sector, public sector, to solve the problem.
My name is Randall Loeb.
Randall Loeb
I'm
speaking in
formerly
opposition.
homeless. I'm an advocate. I represent a minority position, obviously, given the nature of this bill.
This is Regina Herder, and I'm representing the City and County of Denver. I run the Crime Prevention and Control Commission for the city.
Hi, this is Walker Soros with Get Loud Magazine, and we are at the end of the first portion of the hearing for the Right to Rest Festival. This hearing was delayed a week, and then at the day of the hearing for this particular bill was put at the end of the docket when it was at the front of the docket. The city came out against the bill, talked about all the services that they provided, but not how people can manage themselves until services are provided. So anyway, we'll see you soon. Well, as the courtroom clears and people are hobnobbing about what didn't happen here today, the Right to Rest Act didn't come to a vote because folks didn't finish their testimony, and this will be rescheduled. Hey, Walkerosaurus, I'm still here inside the state capitol building. I was informed by one of the other reporters in the press corps that there was a lot more law enforcement at that meeting. Kind of odd that there'd be a lot more law enforcement supervising a meeting that the issue on it was the criminalization of homelessness. Ironic.
What's happening is that everything that you have to do to survive if you're homeless is being made illegal. It's hard to find people who don't have a home, who haven't been ticketed or arrested or has negative encounters with police. They're constantly being told to move along somewhere, and to where. No one can ever answer the question, where are you supposed to go if you don't have a home? I'm all for services, but the services that were mentioned, the services that are available are completely inadequate. It's completely false that the police actually offer services before they ever arrest somebody. People who are homeless have their rights violated frequently, all the time. And there's a race to the bottom among cities to see who can be the most hostile to homelessness, so that in their hopes people will go to another town or another city. And that's why this has to be addressed at the state level. Right now we have a race to the bottom of communities criminalizing everything that it takes to survive when you're on the street.
Well, take a look at the chatter. A lot of talk, no votes.